Hey guys, welcome back to TAMIYA Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So, this is a very different video which might really shock you because it's not about a TAMIYA car. Now, it's well documented by me that my favourite RC car of all time is a TAMIYA Avanti. This is my original 88 and it is super sexy. Obviously, the majority of you guys know the Avanti. It was groundbreaking in many ways for TAMIYA in the timeline of what they were producing, and it got legend. Could you say it got legendary status? I think we can, and it maintained that all the way through. And even the 2011 Riri, it sells like hotcakes. It's a superb car. But I'm going to show you today what is, in my opinion, the sexiest vintage RC car of all time. Now that's a bold statement, almost a little bit clickbaity, but I'm 100% genuine. This car is the sexiest vintage RC car of all time, in my opinion. And we've got to remember, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. So what I'm basing it on, I'm not basing it on how the car performs or how much it costs or the manufacturer. I'm generally being a little bit nerdy. It's based on how it looks. I don't think there's a sexier looking car than... So in 1987 I was subscribed to this magazine, and this particular edition come out with this car on the front page. And I was blown away. I was like, oh my word. Now, I'd never heard of Marui. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I believe I'm pretty close with Marui. Marui have done, I think, around about between 14 and 16 different RC cars. And their last one was actually in 88, which we'll cover. But in 87, they bought the Marui Ninja out. And I was just absolutely blown away. Now, remember guys what we're talking about. We're talking about the timeline, the period that these cars were coming out, mainly from TAMIYA. The cars had character. They're not like modern race buggies where they've got generic shells and wings and things like that and decal. These were thought about. If you think about the frog, it kind of looks like a frog. You think of a TAMIYA Manta Ray, it kind of looks like a fish. They got it so right. Well, the Marui Ninja looks like a ninja. It's oriental, it's in your face, it is super sexy. The chassis itself, the first version was the Ninja in 87, but they used it twice for two other cars in 88. Firstly being the Cosmelling Thunderbird, which is basically a NASCAR, had a driver figure in there. I believe it had foam tyres. And then finally again in 88 they did the Shogun, which is another stunning car, but to me not a patch on looks wise on the Ninja. I believe the Shogun was Marui's last car in 88, and the company is no longer. You're never going to see re-rees of these cars. So to get hold of a Ninja in good condition is, you got to pay either top dollar for it, or you got to fall very lucky with someone who's got one. So I've been lucky over the years. A lot of you guys watching, or some of you guys know, I love all manufacturers of vintage RC cars, and even modern day stuff. But I chose to be TAMIYA only on this channel. But I'm pretty safe in saying I've probably had all the different manufacturers' cars over the years at some point or another. All the popular ones, whatever makes. Now, I've been really lucky to own 2, possibly 3 Ninjas, and I had one brand new built one as well, probably around about, I don't know, 2012 maybe. So I'm just going to put some pictures up now, but I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm going to show you one picture of why this is the sexiest car. And I've also got one now, which I'm also going to drag out and show you. But this picture here was one I had in my collection. Now, it's not taken at the best angle and the lighting's not very good, so it hasn't got that wow factor. Then this picture's a second one I had. It's a little bit better picture. It's a little bit of a better angle. The lighting's a little bit better, but it still doesn't do it full justice. Now, this picture I'm about to show you is why I 100% believe, in my opinion, this is the sexiest vintage looking RC buggy of all time. This is my buddy's Ian. Sorry, this is my buddy's Ninja Ian in the UK. He's got it outside, he's got it at the correct angle. Just look at that, guys. Is that not completely just outstanding in looks? I absolutely love it. Obviously it's jet black, the sun's on it, the red wheels, the red shocks are popping. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So I put my feelers out for one because I want one in my collection. There's not many cars I kind of must have for a collection, but the Ninja is 100% one of them. So I put some feelers out on RC Legends Facebook group saying Ninja wanted, cash waiting, and Jason, a gentleman called Jason, kindly messaged me saying I've got one for sale. So I got talking to him, and it turns out Jason is basically Mr. Marui. He's got a big collection of Marui cars and more so bits. He also runs a Marui Facebook group, which is a popular group and very knowledgeable. So I'll put a picture of that up now, and I'll also put a link to that a link to Jason's Facebook group in the description for you to check out. Really nice bloke. So in the dialogue, he was basically saying this Ninja, if you're going to buy one, this is the one you want to buy because mechanically it's absolutely solid. Now, if you don't know about Marui, the parts are mega rare now. It's a four-wheel drive off-road buggy, as you can see. You can't get those tyres anymore, and nearly every set of tyres I've seen for it, they're all perished, they're all cracking. I remember a Ninja I had back, and I kind of had to put glue down the cracks to sort of hold it on. It was a shelf queen, but from a distance it looked fine, but you just cannot get new tyres for it. Again, those weird looking tyres I just think are gorgeous, and obviously you've got to do the tyre rating on them because it takes up the full tyre and just looks super sweet. So we did a deal. He really helped me out, and what I'll do now is I'll bring a camera over and I'll show you what I've got. Boom, there she is. Now I know she doesn't look fantastic right now, but it is, once the shell's on, it just transforms into something absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, it's four-wheel drive off-road buggy, shaft driven, and for the time it was a little bit advanced because it was kind of fully adjustable. You have turnbuckles on your steering and your camber, so you could kind of set it up for racing. CVA style oil dampers, which feel great, to be honest. TAMIYA style driver, but a little bit different because the face unit is separate inside the helmet, so that needs tidying up, but we'll do that. Underneath, this thing has not had a hard life at all. Look at those arms, those front arms and the rears. It looks like the battery cover wasn't with this car because it's got more scratches on than the rest of it, so I'm guessing Jason changed it out at some point. But you can see the car has definitely not had a hard life. The tyres that I keep batting on about, which are so important, they're not new, but they're not bad. There's plenty of tread on those. I just need to sort of shine them all up. As I say, with the wheels, we'll polish this red up, we'll get all the tyre rating on, which really consumes the full tyre, and then we'll blast it over with silicone spray, which will make them look new. Front and back gear diffs, mega smooth, and then as you can see, four-wheel drive. The kit came with an RS540 motor. This is the original motor for it, I believe. Also came with a mechanical speed controller, so you've got your double resistor there, and then you've got this real sort of different mechanical speed controller. Just see if I can pick this arm up so I can show you. So your servo mounts in here, and that's how the mechanical speedo operates. So I'm guessing in the middle is neutral, and when you've got forward and back. I'm guessing it's a variable and not a free step, but I am kind of making that up. But it's really cool to actually have the car with the original gear in it. What else is there? So as I said, the driver needs a little bit more work. I'll probably change the colours of it at some point, but the suspension feels absolutely awesome. Oh, the bumper, that's right. So a little bit like the Avanti, it comes with two different bumpers. You can have your training bumper, which is a long one, which protects the wheels. I think it looks pants with that bumper on, I have to be honest. But undo those 3 screws, take that off, and then you have this like the small bumper at the front. And my personal opinion is it just looks way better with that arrangement on it. So that's the car itself. So next up, what we got with the car, we've got a TBG shell and wing. Now, if you know anything about Marui, finding an original shell is, well, it just doesn't happen. They're like rocking horse poo. Really doesn't happen. The original Lexan polycarbonate on the Ninja shell was thinner, or as thin as like the original polycarbonate Avanti shell. So yeah, to find one today is now on impossible. I have been told that the TBG shell reproduction is absolutely superb. There's quite a lot of cutting out to do on it because it's an odd shape, and these 2 square areas at the back have to be cut out because the rear shocks poke through there, which gives it that awesome look. And it's got this superb little wing. Again, I want to say Oriental style, Ninja style. It just works so well. Only thing he didn't have was the original wing mounts, but he sent me these 3D printed ones, which are absolutely superb, and you don't actually see them once it's fitted to the car. Also, in the deal, I got the reproduction decals from him. They're upside down. Now, doesn't look a great deal on there, but the decals make this thing absolutely come alive. These red lines that go over the back end just really bring the thing alive. And there's a lot of white decals that are not really coming across on camera. But yeah, this is definitely a less is more on the Ninja. It absolutely pops once all this is together. And then finally, I got a lovely surprise in the box it came with, and that is an original manual for it. Now that is way cool. I did not expect that off Jason. Just to give you an idea, that's quite a valuable thing to have. I could put that on eBay now, and that would probably generate £25 to £30 because it's rare and it's mint. But obviously, I'm not selling it. But it's absolutely superb to have the manual. I'm made up about that. Even though the car doesn't need much work mechanically, it's just absolutely awesome to have that. And look at that box art. I'll put a box art picture up now of the box itself because it's absolutely stunning. But yeah, I mean, this rivals TAMIYA, doesn't it? Oh, it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So that's everything it came with. So I'm absolutely itching to get started on this project. It's a relatively easy one. What I plan to do with it is, obviously, first of all, is get the body shell cut, painted, decals on, clean the certain areas up that need cleaning, white writing, silicone, the tyres and everything, and just getting it looking like Ian's. Because I could sit and look at that picture all day, and I've got to be honest, some days I have done that. Because I'm sad, but I absolutely love this thing. This is going to run because I've never ran one, and this is definitely on. It's in my bucket list. Now it won't run hard. It'll be a gentle run, but I want to put a battery through it. Now, obviously I'm going to keep the 540 motor in it, but Jason did say he has run one of his on 2S before. But obviously with the run times on 2S, it was a little bit much for gearboxes, and everything heats up, and they're not the greatest gearboxes. So he basically said, kind of remember to sort of think back to 87 where we were using NiCad with crappy run times of whatever it was, 5-6 minutes. So on 2S, you know, I can probably run it for 5-6 minutes relatively hard on gravel and stuff like that, and that's what I want to do. The purpose of this for me, get it looking mint, get it out for one run. Don't even bother on the tarmac, just get it onto some fine loose gravel on a hot sunny, well, not maybe not hot, but on a sunny day, and try to capture some action shots of it spinning round and kicking up dirt for me to keep, because that's kind of my thing. And then bring it back, clean it up, put some more silicone spray on the tyres so they look like new, put it on into the glass cabinets, and it'll never run again, because these are too rare now to abuse, in my opinion. And if you do want parts, you know, maybe Jason will have them, but you know, there might be the odd set of on eBay, but there'll be certain parts if you break that you're going to be waiting a long time to get, and probably they're going to be very expensive as well. Just on the cost of this, although it is pretty rare, and I presume a lot of you guys didn't even know the Marui Ninja existed. I like doing videos like this because I have got quite a decent knowledge of old school RC. And when I've shown people like the brand Nico, everyone thinks of Nico as toy grade, and that Nico did 3 RC cars, so Dandy Dash, Super Sprint, and then the Brat, nothing to do with the Subaru Brat. Those 3 were proper 1/10 RC cars, hobby grade, and the Brat was a racer, and it did really well in a national race once. Anyway, maybe I'll do something like that for a future video. TAMIYA, T-O-M-Y, TAMIYA, you've heard of it, like a toy brand. They did 1/10 RC cars. First one they did was the Adonis. Then they did the Intruder, and that is gorgeous. And then they did the Intruder EX, which is mega rare. I've had an Intruder, but anyway, I'm digressing. But there's a lot of other manufacturers out there that are not TAMIYA, Kyosho associated, and your Schumacher, all the ones we know of. So I may look at doing a few different videos like this, but it has to be ones I want for myself, if that makes sense. Now, just on that, I want you to stick in the comments, if you're still watching, what you think to this type of video, bringing non-TAMIYA here, because, as I say, I want to kind of collect cars from my past that meant something. This meant something from the day that magazine came through the door, and I looked at it and I was like, that's amazing. But again, that was 87. I probably saw my first one in real life in probably about, I don't know, 2012 maybe, and it didn't disappoint. But where I'm going with this is, there's another car, and it's actually a Kyosho car, so it's not a rare thing, but there's actually another one when I was racing back in the day at club level, Saturday, Sunday mornings at the local off-road club. I was racing my TAMIYA Thundershot then. The main car then was a Kyosho. I won't say what it was, but I kind of fancy it. I kind of feel like I need to get that car as well and do it in the colours it was, run it and put it into in my collection. So if you're interested in that, guys, can you let me know in comments? Or, you know, is this really not what you signed up for? It's not TAMIYA. I don't know. I'd also like to know if you know of a sexier looking car than this thing. I'll put the picture up again. What is it? You know, and be genuine about it. I know we all have love for different cars, frogs, foxes and all that, but they're not the greatest looking, if you're completely honest, are they? But we still love them. But this Ninja at that particular angle with a light hitting it, for me, sexiest car of all time, hands down. Anyway, guys, I'll shut up. Don't forget, if you want to know more about Marui and you're on Facebook, jump in the description and I'll put a link to Jason's group in there. Certainly check that out. And again, give me as much feedback as you can in the comments, because I'm interested about this. As soon as I stop this video, I'm going to get cracking with this and get it finished off. Because yeah, this is jumping the queue now. I've got loads of projects, but this is really jumping forward. I want to get this finished as soon as possible. So guys, once again, thanks so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing. And if you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. That'd be awesome. And as always, guys, today is the 1987 Marui Ninja 4-wheel drive off-road buggy, the sexiest vintage RC car of all time.